Rob here from Media. In this video, we're going to be looking at the countdown element in Elementor, so stay tuned. At Media, we help companies to grow and thrive using the latest tools, tricks, and marketing techniques. From websites to online marketing, automated sales funnels, social media, and much more. We're always releasing new content on our YouTube channel, so make sure you click the like, subscribe, and notification button to make sure that you don't miss out. Just before we get going, I want to tell you about an exclusive offer we have on at the moment. We're giving away free access to our paid Hub platform to the first 50 people that click the link in the description. We're going to be putting this link in the description of all of our videos, so make sure that you get in there as quick as you can. Within Hub we have created over 100 training videos in 13 courses, including a course on how to build a website using Elementor. You'll also find recorded webinars and a host of other free content, so remember to click the link in the description. Let's get on with the video. Hello, in this video we're going to be talking about the countdown element of Elementor. Before we begin then, I've got a page layout of Elementor full width. I've got one section here with one column in, and I've changed the background color of the section to blue. To get back to our elements then, we just need to click the grid here. To find our countdown timer then, we're going to type countdown timer in here, and there it is. We just drag that into our column and it appears. Now straight away I'm going to just jump over to style quickly, change the background color to our green just so it shows up. I'm now just going to jump straight back to content. In this video, we're going to go through content and style. A lot of the advanced options have their own videos, so go and check those out if you want to have a look. Let's go to content and begin. So our first option is the type of countdown. We can have the due date where we set the date below, or we can have an evergreen timer, which is usually used when it comes to special offers. So a user will come to the website and for example here, the user will have 1 day, 23 hours, 58 minutes to take up an offer. I'm going to leave it on due date. If we click into this box here, we can select our due date and a calendar pops up. This is really useful. Just find your date, let's say November the 1st, and we can select a time as well. Let's say we want 8:35 p.m. So we can close that. Next we've got the view, block and inline. I'm going to go with block, certainly looks better. We can also choose which boxes we show. So we may not want to show seconds, so we can click that off and the seconds goes. We can also choose whether we show the labels or hide them. Obviously they don't mean anything if there's no labels, so I'm going to leave those on. We can also customize those labels. So we've got days, hours and minutes. And again, I'm just going to leave them as they are because I think they just make sense. But of course you can have whatever you want for your labels. So we can also set an action for what we want to happen when this countdown expires. So we can choose to redirect them to another URL. We can hide the counter, or we can show a message. And to remove those, we can just click the small X's. You may not actually want an action to happen. It might be that you jump into your website every now and then, change the due date. Sometimes having a counter can be a way of encouraging inquiries or for visitors to take up offers. So that's really all there is to it when it comes to the content of the countdown element. So I'm just going to stop for a moment so that you can add your own countdown in and play around with the content. Let's look at styling our countdown then. Let's go to style. And as you can see here, we can style the boxes and we can style the content. So we're going to start with boxes. And the first thing we have is the container width. And this is how much of the column the countdown will take up. I'm going to leave it on 100%. As we saw earlier, we've got the background color. I've changed it to green. There is a video on how to use this color picker tool. I recommend you go and check it out because it is a tool you'll be using quite often. But for now, let's leave it on green. And we love borders here at so I'm going to select a solid border with a width of 5, white, no radius. We can also change the space between each unit of the countdown timer. So I'm going to leave it on 50. And we can also change the padding. And you can see how that affects the countdown timer. You can unlink these padding values and have custom padding, for example, so you can move the padding over, give it more padding on the right, and perhaps the top as well if you like. The next thing we're going to style is the content. So just a couple of options here. We've got our digits being the numbers, and we've got labels being the days, hours and minutes. So for the color of our digits, we're actually going to leave it on white, and we're going to leave the label on white as well, as it just makes sense in terms of style for this. But of course you can use the color picker tool to select whatever color you like. But I'm going to leave it on white. Typography. Again, there's a video on how to use the typography tool. Go and check it out. It's a tool you're going to be using a lot. I'm going to select Josephine Sands for our digits. I'm going to leave the rest as default. And then for label, I'm going to find a Matic, and I'll have to increase the size of those so you can still read them. There we go. Close that window, and I'm quite happy with that. So when you're finished, just click the green update button, and we will see you in the next video.